Hi everybody and welcome to the Winter Wonderland book tag. I saw Rhiannon doing this and I thought it looked pretty interesting. She didn't tag anyone in particular, so I thought I'd just steal it. I can't remember the name of the guy who did it first. I'll put it as an annotation here and in the description below, and I'll give you links to all of Rhiannon's sites as well. So the first question is, what book is so happy and sweet that it warms your heart? I've gone for The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. If you would like to see a full review of this book, Christy, aka Cinderella's Better Backwards, has done a full review of all three of these books, so I'll put a link here and down in the description. It's going to be links galore down there. Good luck wading your way through them. I mean, really all you need to know to determine whether you'll like this book or not is the title. That's very indicative of the style that you can be expecting within the book. I'd say the main two influences that I picked up on in this book, I might be wrong, were Alice in Wonderland and Lord of the Rings. So if you like either of those, you'll probably like this. I purposely chose this one, which is the first one, because I haven't read the third one yet, but the second one gets quite dark. I wouldn't quite say it's happy and sweet. I wouldn't even say this is happy and sweet all the way through, but I'm not one for reading happy and sweet stuff anyway, so this is the best I could find. Any fantasy lovers, any fairy tale lovers, this is such a good book. Just read it. The second question is, what is your favourite book with a white cover? I slightly cheated on this one. I only have 3 books with white covers. The first one, Dean Koontz' Odd Thomas, which I started to read, then I lost the book, then I found it again, and I just haven't got round to rereading the first bit to carry on. I will be doing a review of this with a new series I should be bringing out in the new year, where I watch movies based on books before and after I've read the book. Basically it's about, I think he's a psychic chef and he has to solve a murder. The other ones I have with white covers are Charlie Brooker, I Can Make You Hate. If you like cynical, humorous, witty, insightful commentary on the world, this is good. If you know whether or not you like him, then you'll know whether or not you'll like the book. It's basically a collection of all the articles he's written over a period of time. They're articles from The Guardian, so if you don't like The Guardian, if that's a deal breaker, don't get this. You won't like it. And the final book with a white cover I have is The Power of the Pussy by Cara King. I kind of want to throw this book on the fire, except it's actually kind of amazing. So misguided and so stupid. It's hilarious. This is actually another series I want to do. I just want to go through this book, just read passages of it, my favourite parts. They have some pieces of advice in here, so I think it would be fun to follow the advice and see if it in any way helps my image. Spoilers, it won't, so expect more of Power of the Pussy. So the book I've actually gone for to answer this question technically kind of has more of a blue cover, but there's white on it. It's meant to be kind of icy winter. There's a connection. It's Chill of Fear by Kay Hooper. This is also a supernatural series. There are more psychics. This one I like the best because the psychic character is the most interesting of the characters Kay Hooper has come up with. She is a psychic, but she has to pretend that she's a fake psychic, so she does like fortune telling, but she acts like she's cold reading even though she actually can read the people's minds, and I just found that really, really, really interesting. Again, it's a psychic trying to solve a crime. Considering I don't really like crime novels and I don't believe in supernatural, I have a lot of books that revolve around a supernatural person solving crimes. The third question, and I'm going to have to read this from the paper because it's quite long. You're sitting in a nice comfy chair wearing a onesie with a lovely warm hot chocolate. What monster read are you reading? I don't own a onesie. Stephen King's The Stand. It's that long. 1320. It's a big one. A disease takes over America and it's kind of like a zombie survival thing, except there are no zombies. It's good. I don't want to give too much away just because the fun is in reading it. But I will say, I mean, look how long it is. It definitely drags in places. I remember being quite frustrated at some passages. I think there were some parts where he was trying to character develop and it just came off as boring. Don't watch the mini-series, it's crap. Yeah, wah! These are getting really long now. It started snowing, so you've decided to have a snowball fight. What fictional character would you love to have a snowball fight with? I couldn't really think of a good answer to this question. Gollum from The Hobbit. Yes, I have the movie tie-in version. So sue me! Just because of the riddle chapter, basically. He seems to like games, and I think if you just took him outside into the world and had a little snowball fight with him, maybe he wouldn't have gone completely insane. I don't know, maybe a snowball fight can overpower the ring. It can't, can it? It can't. Number 5. Sadly, your fire is beginning to go out. What book would you tear the last few chapters out of to throw in the fire? Don't judge me. Don't ask me why I have this book. Just don't. This is my answer. I don't need to explain that. Who wouldn't put that on a fire? I'd put it on the fire even if it wasn't going out. And I wouldn't just put the last few chapters on, I'd put the whole bloody book on. What book is so close to your heart that you would gift it this Christmas to get someone into reading? This was mentioned in the 25 Things About Me tag that we did a while ago. To Kill a Mockingbird, quite possibly my favourite book of all time. I'd maybe say I prefer Animal Farm ever so slightly, but I wouldn't recommend Animal Farm to first-time readers just because the ideas are a little bit advanced. And it's very, 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 very metaphorical, whereas this is straightforward, it's poignant, it's well written, characters are well developed, it's a strong message, it's a powerful message, it's a message that still needs to be heard to this day. It's the book that made me want to be a writer because it made me realise why there's a reason for writers, and it's to write stuff like this. I can't express in words how much I love and adore this book. I feel like I shouldn't need to tell you what this is about because it's so freaking famous. There's a reason it's so famous, guys. It's very, very good. I watched the film not long ago with a friend, and we ended up talking about it quite a lot. The human species, we were able to figure out how to build huge houses and skyscrapers and cars and planes. We mastered flight before we mastered equality. This world is broken. This is not very Christmassy. Look at all the pretty decorations. Oh god. I'll try and leave this on a positive note. I'm basically just abandoning my schedule until the new year. Since I've been getting more and more festive, I've been having more and more ideas of Christmassy videos I want to do. So the videos are just going to go up as and when I make them, as and when I have internet connection. I will see you on the next video, whatever that may be. If you like this video, please like it, leave a comment, share it, and subscribe. I'm trying to think of a pun on cess and Christmas. The only thing I can think of is like Xmas, Sesmas. That's really vain, really arrogant, and really obnoxious. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to say subscribe because that's marginally less all of those. Bye! And actually get out and do things and try not to let things hold me back, even if I'm not feeling 100%.